2 in Egypt. These are pyramids. And 2 in Turkey, 4. 2 more in Greece, crosses of roads, and
Osiris Temple.
that's right. 1 more in Iraq. That's right. That's all. This temple was shaded on a higher place. Burned it down. And then they started building another one here. And this is the latest one. See the hill on the right hand side? As far as the gum trees, they had got a huge temple here. And we see the cell room where they kept the spiritual products in it. Very few people were allowed to see it. On extraordinary occasions, they brought them out to show people. This temple was ransacked by people coming from Europe in about 3rd century, or let's say 4th century AD. They came, they massacred, plus religion changed in Roman Empire from paganism into Christianity. So people they didn't need these sort of temples anymore. So they started using the stones of temples to build other buildings, like the castle that I was talking about back in Ephesus. It's a 10th century castle built by Eastern Roman Empire for the defense of the area against Mongols, against Turkish, against Arab, all of them. Later, they built a 2-dome building. It's a basilica, but it was changed into a mosque because it's Isabe Mosque today. Okay? And on the right-hand side of the castle, you see there's really tall trees. And on the right-hand side of it, we see some pillars. It's the Basilica of St. John. St. John, we exactly know that. This is a historic fact. He came and lived in Ephesus. But he was banished by Emperor Domitian. And he was sent into exile in Patmos Island. He died and he got the permission to come back. He did. And he finished his 2 works, Gospel and Books of Revelation. During the crucifixion, Jesus entrusted care of his mother to whom? St. John. And St. John lived here. Because he was responsible for Virgin Mary, he might most probably have brought Virgin Mary with him to this place. So this is the biggest proof supporting the idea Virgin might have spent her last days here. All these disciples, apostles of Jesus, came and visited Turkey, 7 of them. Why? Because ancient Turkey had got huge sized cities. Let's say you're a person who helped the spread of new religion and you are looking for new candidates, members of your rising religion. Where would you go? Would you go to a small town or would you go to a big metropole where you can find a lot of members of the new religion? Ephesus was like Tokyo, New York of those days. And that's why they chose this spot, like St. Paul, St. John here. They came here. And to Catholic world, Virgin Mary died and spent her last days here, but not in this spot. I showed you the hill. On top of it, there's a ruins of a house dating back to 1st century B.A.D. And there's a little story about that. This is how they discovered the house. A lady, a German nun, Catherine Emmerich, who was born in Germany, and she dedicated herself to a monastery while she was very little. She never left Germany in her lifetime. She was a stigmatized nun, and she was visualizing, dreaming all the time, and she was quite sick before she died, and she was telling a lot of stories in her dreams. On one of them, she astonishingly described this place, although she had never been outside of Germany. She said Virgin spent her last days on top of a mountain by the ancient city Ephesus. And she died. What she said was made a book, and people started reading her visions and dreams. And one church father in Izmir or Smyrna, Church of Polycarp, Okay, wanted to discover this place because of the proximity of Izmir to here. So he came here and he was looking for the place. It was summer, he was very thirsty. He saw a little shepherd boy and asked him where they could find water. And the shepherd boy teased them, said, if you go up to top of the mountain, you can even find a pool to swim. He said, okay, we better try. They went up to the mountain, they found the ruins of the house, also the pool that the shepherd boy teasing about. The pool was the baptism pool of the church. This is how they discovered that house. Okay, so anyway, if we come back to the story, St. John died here. Despite all these researches, surveys, x-rays, they managed to find nothing here. But there's a logic about that. I told you that 7 disciples of Jesus came to ancient Turkey. 2 of them died in Turkey. One of them St. John, the other one is St. Philip. And St. Philip is believed to have been buried in Hierapolis, the city we are going to tomorrow, Pamukkale. And there's a big martyrdom for him, okay, a big building where people believe he was buried. But they have been trying to find his tomb. They couldn't. Why? Because when the Turks, Arabs, they started attacking here, in order to protect the tomb of the St. Philip, they carried tomb from that martyrdom to a small cemetery. Something same might have happened in this place too. Probably sooner or later they will find the tomb. Yes, so this is what is left from the 7 wonders of the ancient world. A re-erected pillar and a stork nest.